Thank you.
Welcome.
You have a rare talent, Soon Nook.
You are too generous with your praise, Thomas Sloane.
No, not at all. To make a perfect martini from coconut pomerac takes great skill.
So Nook is pleased. She has pleased Thomas Sloane.
Then why don't you relax and tell me why you're so nervous?
In truth, I worry for your safety. My other gentleman friend has shown himself to be quite possessive of me. If Tiger Person should come here and find you with me...
Tiger Person? Is he as dangerous as the name implies?
Indeed, he was a much feared jungle fighter in Vietnam.
Jungle fighter? Who is he selling his skills to now?
I only know that he has much money these days. His employer must pay very well.
So, you would betray me with a round eye.
Tiger Person, please don't hurt him.
Oh, hiya, Tiger. We were just talking about you.
Now, Tiger, we can talk this over.
We can talk this over, Tiger, really. I'm glad you dropped in, Tiger Person. I want to talk to you about who you're working for nowadays. Would you just rather take it easy, maybe have a drink? Sanook makes great martinis.
Seems to be damaged. Let me see.
Yeah?
Definitely damaged.
That gentleman's my friend Torque. Since you're not going anywhere, you want to tell us about the private army you just recently joined?
Cyanide capsule, Thomas.
No, not cyanide. A new drug. Want to wipe out my memory.
Hey, Tiger.
Come on out, Tiger. Come on, Tiger.
Hey, Tiger.
Where am I? Who are you? Who am I? Who am I?
Corporal Comfort.
Sir.
Take down that man's name and number. He doesn't know his assignment.
Yes, sir. If I may say, sir, the man is the last-minute replacement for Sergeant Tiger.
Oh? What's wrong with Tiger?
He failed to return from a trip to the city today. We got word he's in the hands of the authorities.
Take a top professional to take out Tiger. See what else you can find out about it.
Yes, sir.
Report, Captain.
Sir, 2 guards on duty in the house taken prisoner without incident. They say General Krebs and his staff are in Washington. The house is secure, sir.
Very good.
Sloane.
A woman is just a woman. But a good cigar is a smoke.
Who said that? W.C. Fields?
Rudyard Kipling. Havana Mild.
Think so? Watch. Try firing it now.
Stuck tight. May I?
It's our only working model, Thomas.
Good. And I'll field test it for you.
But don't blame me if it doesn't work.
Would I blame you?
Thomas, our mysterious paramilitary group was busy again yesterday.
Where'd they hit this time?
Home of one of the Army's top weapons experts.
This was his steel gate, and this was his steel safe.
This was his safe?
Yep.
They take anything from it?
No, but there were plans for top secret new weapons. Companies building them. Possible test sites. They photographed what they wanted.
They're aiming for something big. Whatever it is.
In my opinion, they got enough weapons to do it when they raided that armory last week.
Speaking of which, Effie.
Yes, Mr. Director?
Residue from the armory gate and security doors was fed into your analyzers. Tell Thomas your findings.
It would appear, Thomas, that a method has been found to disrupt the atomic structure of metal, reducing high-grade steel to crumbling powder.
Instant metal fatigue? Anyone working in that field, Effie?
Yes, several persons. But the leader in metal fatigue research is Carl Updike of the Wincott Steel Company.
We've been quietly trying to contact Updike. No success. In fact, we've been getting something of a runaround.
I better pay him a visit, then.
No, I'm sorry Mr. Updike isn't in. No, out of town. Sometime next week. Why don't you call back next week, okay? Bye.
Here, let me.
Oh. This is so dumb, I don't believe it.
Well, I'll pretend I didn't notice. Miss,
Alice Baker. Miss Alice Baker.
Alice. That's my mother's name. I'm Mr. Thomas Sloane. And now that you're untangled, would you tell Mr. Updike that I'm here, please?
Oh, but I can't do that.
Sure you can. Just press those little squares.
No, I mean, I don't have a number on him.
But you know where he's staying.
Yeah, but not exactly. You see, Mr. Updike is between destinations. Phoenix and St. Louis.
You told my secretary that it was Pittsburgh and Kansas City?
That was yesterday. You see, Mr. Updike really gets around.
You know what I think? I think Mr. Updike is somewhere he shouldn't be. Now, before you get in deeper, why don't you tell me?
Your police?
No, I didn't say that. Come on, Alice. Where is he?
I swear I don't know, just that he had to leave town and that he'd call me.
You want to stick to that story?
Well, yeah, sure, honest, it's the truth.
All right, Alice. But in case you change your mind, you know where to reach me.
Yeah. Headquarters.
Well, Updike, you impressed?
Yes, I'm impressed.
I personally recruited all of them from the four corners of the world. Each man is a superb soldier. And now I've made them into a crack assault team.
The answer is still no, Mecha Boy.
Damn it, man. I backed that invention of yours with hard cash.
But you can't buy me. And now that I know what you're up to, I'm not telling you any more about using my metal debilitator.
Oh, you will. Because the next operation, the big one, will be using that invention of yours to knock out all kinds of military hardware. And you will be helping me, one way or another. Am I right, Corporal Comfort?
Mm-hmm.
General?
Yes.
Mr. Updike's secretary is calling from our relay number in town. I told her he was busy, but she said it was important.
Well, I better get it, Captain. In the meantime, see that our guest here doesn't wander off and get himself killed. Alice, this is Bill. Maybe I can help you.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry to disturb you, but someone was here asking about Carl, Mr. Updike, and I thought he should know.
I trust you gave them the right answers.
That's just the trouble. I'm afraid he didn't believe me. Sir, I think he's police, and I'm afraid.
Alice, maybe we should get you out of there now.
Oh, well, could you? I mean, I know that what he's doing must be important, but I don't want to get in any trouble.
No, of course you don't. Why don't you leave a little early for lunch? Drive down to Rustic Park. We'll meet you there. Arrange to have you go home to St. Louis. How does that sound?
Oh, just great. Thank you, sir.
And Alice, make sure you're not followed.
Oh, don't worry, sir.
Corporal Comfort to Team 1. Proceed as planned.
My friends call me Thomas. Keep your head down.
What's happening, police? I just want to go home.
Sounds good to me. Now keep your head down.
What are you doing?
tell you this, Alice. I think you're in a lot of trouble.
Well, I've got to give them credit. They're well trained. Before our people could get to the two in the chopper, they'd already taken that memory drug that Tiger used.
Yeah, well, that's a dead end, Thomas. The Tiger fellow still doesn't know his own name.
What about the serial number on the chopper? Did our people come up with anything?
More than we expected. We traced it to a corporation, which turned out to be a front for a name that I think you'll recognize. General William P. McAvoy.
Old Wild Bill? Well, now that's starting to make some sense, Director. He gets booted out of the Army for playing nuclear chicken and starts to form his own army, huh?
That's what has the president worried, Thomas. Any man who can provoke a nuclear war.
Do we have a clue to where he's headquartered?
How about it, Effie? Have you come up with anything?
Negative, sir. But I did come up with some background information on Alice Baker, as you requested.
Effie, sweetheart, let's hear it.
Miss Baker's been employed at Wincott Steel for the past 2 years as Carl Updike's secretary. She recently returned from a first-class tour of Europe, which included a week's stay at the Jour-5 Hotel in Paris.
Ritzy. And right now, she's our only key to Wild Bill and his troops.
Thomas, I hope you don't lose the key.
Don't worry. Torque is keeping an eye on her.
That ought to do, Corporal Comfort. Enjoying your exercise period, Updike? Would you like the Corporal to continue, or are you ready to give me the additional frequency settings I need for the metal debilitator? I believe our guest needs some more exercise, Corporal.
All right.
Pieces are in place, Corporal. And by now, our convoy is nearly halfway to its destination. By this time tomorrow, Operation Thunderbolt begins. Is something wrong, Corporal?
I'm just a little worried about the Baker girl, sir. And the man who rescued her.
Don't be. I've given Captain Sturm that assignment.
Well, I mean, once I moved in, I knew the place needed something. Then I realized what it was. A hot tub.
Yeah, there's nothing like a hot tub. Unless it's a trip to Europe first class.
Oh, I guess you're wondering how I could afford that. Would you believe I saved my pennies?
No. No, but I do believe that General McAvoy paid for your trip to Europe. And that you know where Carl Updike is, and that you also know what it is that they use to turn steel into dust, and that you're going to feel a lot better when you tell me.
Well, it wasn't such a big deal at the time. Carl was experimenting with this kind of tuning fork. He said it could upset the molecular structure of metals. You know, like a soprano shattering a wine glass with her voice. Mm-hmm. Only Carl wanted to put it to all sorts of good uses. Anyway, the company was against the project and ordered him to stop.
And then General McAvoy came along and persuaded him to start.
Yes. He said he believed Carl's work was important for mankind, so he supplied the money. And Wincott Steel supplied the lab and the materials. Only they didn't know about it.
And for not knowing, the General paid for your vacation to Europe.
Only he didn't put it exactly like that.
How exactly did he put it?
Well, he said it was for being a very loyal and efficient secretary.
This is Torque, Mr. Director. A truckload of mercenaries just arrived. It means we go with the alternate plan.
You have no idea what they're planning now?
No, I just...
Sorry, fellas, this is a private party.
Both of you! Out of there!
Thomas, what are we going to do?
Getting dressed might be a good idea.
Well, Alice, seems we rescued you just in the nick of time. This is your captor. What's your name?
Thomas Remington Sloane. It's a nice little place you have here. A nice summer camp, General.
Well, you won't think so in a little while. Bring them along. Hold it right there. You three take him. Watch these prisoners. Outstanding weapon, even useful in hand-to-hand combat.
I trust the Geneva Convention is observed here.
No, it isn't. This way, all of you.
Sorry about your hand.
I'm worried about our necks.
Step inside, please, gentlemen. You find your accommodation somewhat austere, but really quite uncomfortable.
A man called Sloane will return.
What are you doing up at this hour? I've been looking all over for you.
Caesar, Octavius.
What?
Always on the eve of a great battle, the Roman emperor, Caesar Octavius would visit the catacombs and observe his prisoners.
Why would he do that?
So he wouldn't forget that defeat is worse than death.
Well, you, my general, can forget about defeat.
No. No. I cannot. Octavius won't let me.
After observing his prisoners, what would Caesar do with them?
Well, the only reasonable thing he could do, Corporal, fed them to the lions.
You know, the alternate plan wasn't that bad. It got me into McAvoy's headquarters. Torque, we're in jail, and so far we haven't figured a way out.
Well, Thomas, I'm just trying to cheer you up.
You got a light?
A light? No, and I don't intend for a cigarette to be my last request. Why?
I got an idea.
Well, will a spark do?
Wouldn't hurt. See what you can do.
Thomas, you realize this cell doesn't have a fire exit?
Let's make one.
Hey, what's going on in there? Nothing's going on that I can see. Do you see anything going on in there, Thomas?
Not a thing.
Thomas, how did you manage to get that explosive in here?
The heel of my shoe. Once we melt the detonator, that hydrogen gel will blow this place sky high in 10 seconds.
Everyone in it, including us.
Sorry, Torque. McAvoy's got to go.
Hey, who's complaining? But what about that guard out there? What if he comes in and tries to stop us?
We'll have to take our chances. There goes the detonator. 10, 9.
It's been fun, buddy.
7, 6.
Bomb, wait.
Nice try, Mr. Sloane. But the general requests your presence at breakfast.
Just Sloane, not me?
Just Sloane, not you.
I'll try and bring you back a piece of toast or something.
Yeah, we'll make that or something with marmalade if it's convenient.
Back inside.
Got any coffee?
I think I ought to mention I hold an 8th Dan black belt in karate. Also, if we fail to arrive at the general's library within 3 minutes, he'll execute your friend.
What was it the general called you?
My name is Corporal Comfort.
Corporal, you hold a 8th Dan black belt in karate?
Mm-hmm.
You must have some terrific moves.
I wouldn't mind showing you, if there were time for that sort of thing.
Carry on, Corporal.
Yes, sir.
Well, Mr. Sloane, I hope you brought a hearty appetite. The sautéed sweetbreads and truffles are especially succulent this morning.
Oh, I'm relieved. I was going to be powdered eggs or sea rations.
Not in my headquarters. I believe a proper mess keeps up morale. What are you, Sloane? Police? CIA? FBI? Military intelligence?
You flatter me, General. I'm just a guy who happened to be in the right hot tub at the wrong time. You know what I mean?
Well, never mind. It's you who flatter me. All those people forcing me to retire are now taking note of me again, wondering what old Wild Bill is up to. I know that's why they sent you here. Well, it's conquest, Mr. Sloane. That is the business of great generals.
With all due respect, General, Caesar had his legions of Rome. Patton had the Third Army. And unless I'm mistaken, you look a little short-handed.
Temporarily, yes. But soon I'll have the armed forces of an entire country behind me.
Do you mean they're taking out ads for military dictators?
No, but there are other means of taking over a government.
Well, I must say this. You seem to have everything figured out.
That's right. Just like D-Day.
When is D-Day, General?
Well, my advance corps should be moving into assault position, even as we enjoy our breakfast.
Well, I think I just lost my appetite.
Miss Baker, can I interest you in a little breakfast?
Breakfast? Are you out of your mind? Thomas, what is he going to do with us?
I think we're about to find out.
It's very simple. You become a security risk, Baker. You helped only out of loyalty to Updike, never to me. And you, Mr. Sloane, and your friend have become too great a risk to be left behind. Alive. Guard, take them downstairs. Corporal, get my car. We're pulling out.
On the double, Corporal. Must be at the airport 1,000 hours in order to rendezvous with the convoy. On schedule.
Yes, sir.
Lethal nerve gas. Very humane. You won't feel a thing.
How much time?
About 30 seconds.
Basic foot torque. No shut-off.
What's that?
Something that I hope will warm up the works.
I think it's holding.
Well, they've had it.
Let's get the bodies out of there.
I'll go through the desk, see if you can find any sign of Updike.
If he's still alive.
What are you looking for?
Something that will tell me where McAvoy and his troops have gone. Anything to you?
No, nothing I can remember.
This is an aerial map of southern Nevada. Look at it. Does it mean anything to you?
Oh, wait. I flew over some part of Nevada with Carl and General 3 weeks ago.
What were they doing?
Talking about land developments or something. But Carl was getting very upset.
Well, do you remember where it was?
No, not by name. But I might recognize it if I saw it again.
Thomas, I found him.
Carl. Carl! What's wrong? It's me, Alice.
I don't think he recognizes you.
They used the memory drug on him.
I'll get us some transportation.
Alice, you keep an eye on him. Clark, you ready?
Just don't be late, Thomas.
Hi there. I just want to surrender.
Hey! What does he think he's doing? He's supposed to be out on patrol. Hey, stop! Halt!
Thomas, where are you?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
But I need some help, and I need it in a hurry.
What do you need?
Well, I need a helicopter.
Has to lift off at Parker Field in 25 minutes.
Anything else?
Yeah. Have the lab make a new hand for Torque.
A new hand? Good grief, McAvoy did that?
Yes, and he did it with some kind of a tuning fork device. The trouble is, he got away. He's going to make an assault somewhere in Nevada.
Nevada? An assault on what?
I don't know the target, but from what I've been able to find out, we've got less than a few hours to stop him.
Corporal?
Another 5 miles, sir.
Good. Once we cut their power and get our jamming device in, no one will be able to contact the base.
I'm not surprised Miss Baker hasn't spotted any landmarks. Southern Nevada is a vast area.
She's doing her best. What about the documents in the safe that McAvoy opened? Any of them tie in with this part of Nevada?
Let's see. I have the list right here.
Yes, one set of papers referred to a weapon now being stored at the Chemical Warfare Research Center in southeastern Nevada.
Well, that could be it, but it doesn't sound like McAvoy's cup of tea. Any other possibilities?
Ah, here's something. A plan for the underground testing of an atomic warhead at the proving grounds in the southwest corner of Nevada.
Thomas, that test is scheduled for tomorrow.
An atom bomb? That's more like it. That'd be big enough to buy a military control of a couple of small countries.
What are you talking about, Thomas?
Later. Right now, I'm going to switch channels and alert the proving grounds.
We're now approaching the main power line, sir.
Right on schedule.
Come in, helicopter Skyhawk 1. This is NRC Temporary Command Post. Come in, Skyhawk 1.
No, it's not the helicopter radio, Thomas. Effie can't raise the proving grounds command post either.
I was just making contact when the radio went dead. I tried the emergencies. They're jammed.
That could be disastrous, Thomas. According to Effie, the command post is a temporary facility set up to prepare the test site. No emergency generators, none of the traditional backup systems. To make matters worse, most of the regular personnel have been withdrawn to clear the area for tomorrow's test. A force like McAvoy's could march right in.
In the meantime, we'll be over there in a matter of minutes. Over and out.
Those big rocky hills. I'm sure I flew over them with McAvoy.
Good girl. That confirms it. Torque, put it in the red.
No sooner said, in the red.
Punctual to the minute.
I believe in military precision. I'm pleased to see the cartel does too.
Emphatically. Which means you have exactly 25 minutes till you have to meet me back at the airstrip. As agreed.
Cartel's cargo plane will land at precisely that time to take you and the bomb aboard. And if you're not there, it will simply take off again. Clear?
I'll be there. In the meantime, I believe you have something to show me. A letter of military authority signed by the Premier.
Your appointment as the country's supreme commander in exchange for making it the only nuclear power on its continent.
And the millions in gold the cartel promised to equip my new army. It'll be on the transport?
Don't worry, General. Cartel will live up to its bargain. Their munitions alone will earn back its money 100-fold, selling arms to the nations you attack.
They've taken the post, all right. Park over there, McAvoy, the army truck.
Yeah, that truck must be carrying the bomb, Thomas.
He's getting away with the bomb, and I helped him do it.
You also helped us find him, Alice. That's a big one in your favor. Let's go in low and fast.
Low and fast.
Was Sloane and his friend. I'll signal the truck to pass. We'll catch up with it as soon as I blast the chopper.
Torque, what do you say we drop in on the General?
Let's do it. Gentlemen are lost. The testing site for the bomb is that way.
Forget it. Let's get to the bomb.
We're almost out of time.
Yes, sir.
Well, General, looks like all your plans just turned to ashes.
One battle does not decide a war, Sloane. You should know that.
Try telling that to General Custer.
Thomas, what am I doing here?
It's your hot tub.
No, what I mean is I have that hearing tomorrow. I should be pacing the floor worrying about it or something.
You should be relaxed. And when they get my report, you're gonna make out all right.
You really think so?
Would I lie to you?
Well, you did tell me you were a policeman.
No, I didn't. That was your idea.
Well, then what are you?
Well, I'm just an ordinary guy who happens to be in the right hot tub, Thomas, at the wrong time.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news,
but the director wants to see us.
You've got just enough time to get dressed.
Alice.
It's all right, Thomas. If you promise to come back, I'll keep it warm.
Tomorrow, BJ is bewitched by a mysterious beauty with a secret love potion on BJ and the Bear. Then, is Fred really getting married? Find out on Sanford, followed by Joe's World. And meet Good Time Harry. He's a sports writer who plays more games than he covers. A series premiere tomorrow. Don't miss the Best of Carson with Muhammad Ali following the news next.